Hi community of awesome, I'm Ava J and this is Bookish Pixie. So last week on my blog, Writability, I did a list of the top 10 diverse books I'm looking forward to in 2017 that released in the first 6 months. There were like a bajillion other books that couldn't fit on the list though, and I'm not done talking about 2017 books. So today I want to talk about some 2017 debuts that I'm excited about. But there were a bunch of debuts on the list I did last week and I don't want to overlook them, but I don't want to repeat them here either. So I'm going to link to that below and make sure you check it out because they look really awesome too. But here we go, 2017 debuts that you should be adding to your TBR list. First, The Girl with the Red Balloon by Catherine Locke. I'm going to read the summaries because there's no way I'm going to be able to memorize all these. The Girl with the Red Balloon is a young adult novel about a 16-year-old girl who goes back in time to 1988 East Berlin and lands in the middle of a Cold War conspiracy of history and magic. The only way to stop people from dying may be to destroy her only way home. This book sounds really cool. I don't read a whole lot of historical, but it is like a historical fantasy and it has a really unique premise, and I also just like time travel a whole lot. So it sounds awesome and I definitely wanted to give it a shout out here, so make sure you look out for The Girl with the Red Balloon coming out next year. Second, Dare Mighty Things by Heather Kaczynski. Dare Mighty Things is a duology pitched as Contact meets The Selection. Instead of competing for a prince or kingdom, a brilliant Indian-American girl competes to win the last astronaut slot for an experimental mission into space. The Selection, but for like a space trip and to be an astronaut on an experimental mission? That sounds amazing! I really love this premise. This sounds great because we definitely need more young adult books where the characters are into STEM fields, and this just sounds like a really cool way to do it. I'm guessing that the first book is going to be competition focused, while the second will be more spacey. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it sounds really sweet and I'm definitely looking forward to Dare Mighty Things. Third, Mask of Shadows by Lindsay Miller. In Mask of Shadows, a gender-fluid pickpocket auditions to become a replacement member of the Left Hand, the Queen's Quartet of Assassins, but must survive the competition while also putting their true reason for auditioning into motion. I have 2 reasons for being really excited about this book. First, I love assassins. I love Assassin's Creed, and assassins are just an interest to me, so it is totally awesome to see more assassin YA out there. And second, a gender-fluid protagonist in a fantasy! So far, the only time I've seen gender-fluid protagonists in young adult books anyway is in contemporaries, which were about being gender fluid, which is totally cool and important too. But this is really cool because this is a genre book with a gender fluid protagonist, so it's not just gonna be about their gender identity, it'll be about the really cool stuff going on in the fantasy while featuring a gender fluid protagonist, which is awesome. So yeah, super psyched for Mask of Shadows, can't wait. And fourth, Iron Sharpens Iron by Scott Raidkin. I honestly have no idea if I said his last name right, so if I didn't, sorry Scott. But anyway, Iron Sharpens Iron is about a Detroit teen who accepts an interstellar space contract only to realize the promised millions must be won in a brutal competition where winners face the ultimate choice. Take the money and become pawns in the corporation's sinister plans, or find a way to fight that won't forever compromise their humanity. This sounds a little bit like Dare Mighty Things, where there's a spacey competition, but in Iron Sharpens Iron, it sounds a lot darker and more brutal, where it's more focused on this sinister corporation, which is pushing these kids to go way beyond where they should and risk their humanity for money. And also because the teen protagonist comes from Detroit, I'm guessing there's going to be some discussion on inequality, so I'm definitely very, very interested to see where this book goes. So those are some young adult debuts I'm really excited about releasing next year. Make sure you add them to your TBR and also check out the books that I wrote about last week. So that's what I got for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next week.